Every Sunday, Pat Sullivan from Sullivan Hardware and Garden gives us great advice for do-it-yourself home improvements. Today, Pat talks about grills and tips for keeping safe while cooking and eating your favorite summer meal.
All right, it is time. We are heavy into grilling season, so I took the opportunity to pick up my neighbor Ted's grill, and we can kind of check it out together. Typical Ted, we got a gray lid and copper bottoms here. All right, first, safe. Oh my God, Ted. All right, so keeping a clean grill is so important. Safety first, though. If it's a propane grill, when you hook it up for the season, it's not a bad idea to check for propane leaks. And you can do that just by getting a little bit of soapy water, and you soap the joints. And if you see any bubbles and you want to go all the way to that regulator, bubbles mean leaks, all right? So you want to clean this thing out. One of the biggest things on fires, on grill fires, is the drip pan. Oh, Ted, look at that. That's disgusting. That's what catches on fire as the drips go down, the flames get out of control, and all of a sudden then this is on fire, and that creates a problem. All right, so you got to get all that cleaned out. Yes, I know we don't want it sparkling clean because some of that's the flavor. We got to have the flavor. All right, on the inside of the grill, obviously, right now, the biggest freak out is on wire brushes. And wire brushes, whether some of the wire comes off, gets in your hamburger, you swallow it, you gotta go to the hospital, surgery. All right, that's all bad. That's all bad stuff, and I understand that. But it is kind of a rare thing to have that happen. So, you know what, we've been selling these things for years and years, and they're just starting to come up with these new cool ones that really get down in between the rods, all right? So let's just say that you still use this because you know what? It's kind of a man's thing. And if you take away the wire brushes, what do we have left? All right, so you can kind of clean it off, but here's what we're gonna do. So if you still want to use wire, then just take a brush. See, we're sweeping the intestine clogging, surgery making wires out of the way. So we get to keep the wire brush, you get to clean up. All right, if you don't want to do that, here's some alternatives. This is called the Great Scrape. This is a wood scraper, and this, you personalize it for your grill. You get a hot grill, and then you actually burn the grooves into it, all right? So that is called the Great Scrape, all right? The other thing you can do, if you want to completely sissify your husband, is you can get cold cleaner from Weber. And you know, you just spray it on. This is biodegradable, food safe, just like that. And then you get a nice little, and then he will probably get beat up later by the neighbors. All right, so you can do that, cold cleaner. So those are some of the things, but keep the thing clean because that's where the fires and the problems start. Up here on the hood, the number one call to the Weber line is everybody thinks that the paint is peeling on the inside. You can kind of see these peel marks. That's just grease, all right? That's something else that you want to clean up. You can kind of see where I took an area and brought it back. See, it's steel underneath there. That's just all the grease. You just kind of forgot that. And again, another source for problems, all right? The last thing, propane tanks. Traveling with propane tanks when you fill them up. First of all, everyone runs, the best thing to do would be get a second tank because then you can let one run out. Everyone's afraid of running out of propane, so they run to the store and really are giving away a lot of propane. A propane tank is 38 pounds full, 20 pounds or 18 pounds empty. All right, so that between 18 and 38, that's the propane. So you can actually weigh it, put it on a bathroom scale if you have to. But when you take it to the store, make sure it's in the upright position. You don't want it rolling around the trunk because if it's like this and that lets loose, the liquid propane comes out will instantly expand to 270 times its volume, and you know what happens next. If you don't learn anything else, learn this. When you go to light the grill, the hood has to be up. The hood is up. You turn the gas on, you hit the igniter, you light it. All right, one more time. The hood is up because if not, the gas will end up collecting inside and you know what happens next. So just a few things. We want you to enjoy it, but be safe.
Always some great tips and some comedy from Pat. Thank you.